Hello and welcome. This is Chrisanne and Sarah, and we're coming at you from Akashic Astrology. This is going to be the monthly astrological and Akashic forecast for the month of November of 2025. Take it away, Sarah.
Hi, beautiful souls. We're weaving you through the sacred energies of November. It's a month of deep embodiment, energetic recalibration, and truth rooted movement. This month doesn't ask you to push harder, it asks you to pause more, to listen inward, to realign your energy with what's real. It's an invitation to return to yourself with honesty, clarity, and presence. So, we'll start with the transits. On November 2nd, Venus in Libra is going to oppose Chiron in Aries. So it asks the question, what still hurts you in love? This is a moment to notice the parts of you that the parts of you that compromise to belong. Sorry about that. You don't have to fracture yourself to be loved. This is your chance to rewrite the story of connection, one rooted in self-honoring. That same day, Venus in Libra is going to turn around and square Jupiter in Cancer. So joy is medicine, but make sure you stay grounded. Let beauty support your truth and not distract from it. On the 3rd, Mars in Scorpio is going to trine Neptune and Pisces. You don't need to feel fiery to be on purpose. The energy asks you, can you serve without striving? And can you soften without losing power? On November 4th, Mars is going to enter Sagittarius. So here comes expansion. Let yourself feel the fire, but don't confuse reaction with direction. Let your intuition guide your movement and don't be impulsive. That same day, Mars in Sagittarius is going to oppose Uranus and Gemini. Let truth spark disruptions, but speak from your center, not from reactivity. On November 5th, we have a full moon in Taurus. This full moon is a sacred anchor. It grounds you into what heals you and what brings real joy. So let your nervous system exhale and just go with it. On November 6th, Mars in Sagittarius is going to sextile Pluto and Aquarius. What are you building with your energy? This transit is focused power. It's a call to move with soulful precision. Also, that same day, Venus is going to enter the sign of Scorpio. So let love deepen, let truth intensify, and surface level isn't going to cut it anymore. So meet connection with clarity, not control. On the 7th, Uranus is going to retrograde back into the sign of Taurus. So money, safety, and value systems are going to get a shakeup again. So let it clear the clutter so you can rebuild on truth. On the 7th, Venus in Scorpio is going to square Pluto in Aquarius. Emotions are going to arise. Old dynamics are going to surface. So meet them with curiosity, not fear. And what's shifting now can set you free. On November 9th, we start a Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius. So big ideas need a slow review. So pause before you proclaim. This retrograde isn't chaos, it's refinement. On the 11th, Jupiter is going to station retrograde in the sign of Cancer. So what does home feel like? Redefine your sense of safety, energetically, emotionally, and soulfully. On the 12th, Mercury and Sagittarius is going to conjunct Mars in Sagittarius. So words have heat. Let your passion be purposeful, not pointed, and breathe before you speak. On November 17th, the Sun in Scorpio is going to trine Jupiter in Cancer and Saturn in Pisces that same day. So soft expansion, rooted vision. This is a day to trust the direction you feel more than the one you can prove. Your heart already knows the answer, so let your heart lead. From November 18th to the 22nd, we're going to have a series of Mercury and Scorpio activations. So pay attention for your mind to deepen. Conversations are going to get real. And what truth have you been avoiding? And what truth is finally ready to be received? On the 20th, we have a new moon in Scorpio and the Sun conjuncts Mercury. This is your sacred reset. Plant what's honest, speak what's true, and let your next chapter bloom from radical self-trust. On the 21st, the Sun in Sagittarius opposes Uranus in Gemini and trines Neptune in Pisces. So change might be unexpected, but it's not misaligned. So let your intuition steady you as the structures around you shift. On the 22nd, Mercury in Scorpio is going to trine Saturn in Pisces. This is practical magic. Your thoughts become more focused, your words become more intentional. If you felt scattered, this energy will start to bring clarity. It's a perfect day to tend to what truly matters, the behind the scenes structures, the unspoken truths, and the bones of what you're building. On the 22nd, Mercury in Scorpio is going to trine Jupiter in Cancer. It's a beautiful energy for visioning forward, not from pressure, but from possibility. So let your thoughts stretch, let your conversations expand. You may feel inspired to map long term plans or explore soul centered knowledge that widens your view. This is the mind opening, not racing. On the 23rd, the Sun in Sagittarius is going to sextile Pluto in Aquarius. It's a powerful energy for transformation with direction. The Sun in Sagittarius wants to expand, and Pluto in Aquarius asks expand into what? This transit reminds you that your environment, physical, digital, energetic, all matter. So adjust what isn't supporting your evolution. You have more influence than you realize. On the 24th, Mercury is conjunct Venus in Scorpio, and the heart meets voice. This is the energy of sacred, soulful communication. It's a beautiful day for writing love letters to others and to yourself. So let what's been sitting in your heart finally rise to the surface. Speak it, share it, and let love be truthful and let truth be kind. So, November 23rd through the 30th, we have a series of Venus and Mercury activations, and we're going to wrap the month up with a little bit of grace. So, just kind of go with the flow. Integration is going to begin. Speak clearly, walk forward, make sure you lead with your soul first. Saturn is going to station direct on the 27th, so your dreams need structure. So show up for them with devotion and not pressure. Venus is going to oppose Uranus and trine Neptune, so let love surprise you, let softness return, and let magic move through the mundane. And Venus is going to enter Sagittarius on the 30th. So love wants freedom, and so do you. So choose connection that expands you, doesn't contract you. November is a deep breath, a mirror, a recalibration. This month doesn't ask you to prove, it asks you to remember who you already are and move from that place. And remember, you're not too late, you're not too much. You are in your becoming. And now I'll pass it on to Chrisanne to share the transmission from the Akashic Records.
Thank you, Sarah. So I'm Chrisanne. I do readings in the Akashic Records, which is your soul's history and your soul's past lives. I'm a medium. I speak to those that are on the other side, and I do animal communication and as well as past, present, and future. That being said, we're going to be using some cards today. We are going to be using the Mystic Art Medicine cards to see what the month of November 2025 has in store for us. We had the astrological forecast from Sarah, and let's boost that with some cards that we have. The first card that we have is healing tools. When this card comes up, it's saying that we all need to work on healing, healing of self, healing of each other, work on supporting each other for the month of November. This is going to be a deep month of healing, healing on so many levels, the physical level, the emotional level, and the spiritual level. When the healing tools card comes up, it is saying that we need to go to a very deeper spiritual, soulful level of healing. That being said, let's pull another card. We have the card of truth, knowing what the truths are. Truths are going to be revealed in the month of November. That is going to be why there has to be so much healing that needs to be going on during the month of November. When truths are revealed, we learn to then speak our truths. Having your throat chakra open enough to be able to speak your truth to yourself as well as to others can be a very powerful emotional time. We also have the card of alchemy. When the card of alchemy comes up, it is saying pay attention to your psychic gifts, whether those be in your dreams, whether those be through synchronicities throughout your day, noticing different patterns and different messages that are coming up, using your spiritual gifts to be able to help yourself and help others both on their healing paths and on the paths of recognizing their truths. I am switching to another deck. I'm now using the predictions deck. And we're going to pull a couple of cards to back up what we've already heard. So the first card is success and celebrate. Yes, it's going to be a very challenging month. It is going to be a month of healing, recognizing your truths, but we will be very triumphant in all of our pursuits for this month. Funny enough, we have another card that relates to the first deck that we pulled. This is the card of healing and recovery. We're going to have success. We're going to be able to heal. We're going to be able to speak our truths. We are going to have hurt feelings, but we will be able to heal from those, move forward, and we're going to recognize that based on all of these things that we've been working on, there's going to be some more burdens and more responsibilities that are going to be coming up. We're going to collectively have some very innovative ideas and innovative ways that we're going to do things as a global society. I was going to have this be the last card, but I'm not sure I'm going to. I love it when this card comes up. Avoid or keep to yourself. When it talks about having a successful month, being able to speak your truths, being successful and helping to have some healing abilities for yourself and your neighbors, don't forget to take time for yourself. And this is going to be the last card. There's going to be a little bit of mental struggle. And you know what? Sometimes that is okay. Because when you're struggling with positive and negative, yay or nay, you need to decide what is best for you. And within that mental struggle, you will be successful because we have the success card here. Now, keep in mind, this is for entertainment purposes only, both for Sarah and for myself. And these are based on things that have worked for us in our lives and our practices. Now, I'm going to talk about the crystal of the month going forward, which always correlates to the cards that I pull. So the crystal of the month is natural citrine. Natural citrine is very different than some of that orangey citrine stuff that you see out there at some of the crystal stores. So pay attention that you want natural citrine, which is more of a paler yellow, sometimes almost a paler brown, but natural citrine is a manifester. It is a crystal that's going to help you with wealth and creativity. It is going to be a boost for business success. You know, we're coming into a very tumultuous month, both in this country and with ourselves personally. And to have a boost of financial success can be a very wonderful thing. Natural citrine also can help you with relationships with yourself, relationships with others, relationships within your community, relationships within your healing journey, whatever that might be. Natural citrine is also one that's going to boost you with your spiritual abilities and spiritual powers. This is going to be one heck of a month, but I think it's going to be something that's very necessary for all of us on our paths to success. So, as always, if you'd like a private personal reading with both myself or you want a session with Sarah, both of our websites are always linked in all of our videos. Feel free to reach out and get in touch with us. Check out our websites for more information on the services that both of us offer. We would appreciate it very much. Thanks so much for tuning in. Take care and be free.